latest Eurorack module.
That's right. This year we have our patent-pending oscillator design in Eurorack. It slices up waveforms and recombines them into aggressive new sounds. We have basically a dual oscillator module with independent CV control for each oscillator, plus 20 modulation inputs for CV, and also MIDI support on mini jack TRS, the Arturia standard, and it comes in like we're partnered with 1010 Music, so we've got this great hardware platform that has a touchscreen control for 360-degree potentiometers, micro SD card, and tons of inputs and outputs. We're excited to preview this oscillator. It's not quite ready yet. We'll probably have it available in the March and April timeframe. But we've got it making sound and responding to modulations, and I'm excited to show it to you.
Can we get some more in-depth explications or more overview of what it can do?
Absolutely. So, in the Waverator oscillator setup, you have a slicer and a bunch of subwaves. You can have anywhere between 1 and 16 waves, and the interaction between the slicer and the waves is what creates this complex waveform. Each sub-waveform has independent control over pitch, volume, phase, and DC offset, and you can even modulate the wave shape. You can have hard sync per slice, so we do this thing called multi-sync, which is different from normal hard sync. Like normal hard sync up until now has just been, resetting the waveform for every single cycle. But now we can do multiple hard sync points inside of a single cycle or out beyond a single cycle, like 2 cycles or 4 cycles or 3 or whatever. And it's a really interesting, thick sync sound. The other thing that you can do is when you're slicing up a waveform, you can have different harmonic content for each segment. And that ends up being this complex sort of amplitude modulation that we call mutant AM. Because for each segment, the fundamental can be there or not there, or harmonics can be there or not there, and it becomes a tapestry of amplitude modulation that you've sequenced depending on what waves you've selected for the segments.
Will you ship this oscillator with specific waveforms, or is it customizable so you can input own waveforms? Or?
So we have 130 waveforms in wavetables on board, and we've added an audio input so you can route your own oscillators through the slicing system. You can also, we'll have a trigger output, so you can send a trigger per slice to your external oscillator. If it responds to, sync reset, then you can get your external oscillator into the multi-sync setup.
Can we get a look at the oscillator, how it works?
Sure. So this is the raw oscillator. Right now it's running a patch that is a wave sequence. Change different parameters on it. I'm going to change the patch. This one is one of the audio input patches. And I'm running the audio frequency generator through that slicer. Right now it's doing a sort of wave sequence. And then you can change the sequence steps into audio rate. This one does the multi-sync. So there's some stepping in the knobs right now that we're going to smooth out.
Will be also more animation on the display then? Or?
There will be, yes. So the other thing about this this display is that we can use it in oscilloscope mode, just like in the plug-in. So you'll be able to route your audio into the audio input and then use our module as an oscilloscope as well.
And I think the Waverator was kind of innovative synthesis because it's not virtual analog, it's not NAMM, you think that's now also a step forward in the Eurorack world with a new kind of oscillator.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, it's, you know, it is a new design. We're very close to having our patent on it. It's doing some stuff that hasn't been available before, and you know, we're hoping that you know, helps expand the Eurorack world, which is so awesome, you know, already. It's like we're really proud to be a part of that.
Can you expect a release or availability of this year? Or?
Availability should be around March or April this year. You know, it's still a little bit early in development, but we don't see any problems that would delay that at this point.
And the price is?
The price is $5.99 USD.
And it will be hosted on the 1010 Music format.
Right. Right. So we are partnered with 1010 Music. They're providing the hardware platform, but we're still separate companies. I know a lot of 1010's customers are excited about, you know, how they can change the firmware in that unit. Unfortunately, we can't support that from our side, but we like what 1010 does, and as we come out with more modules, I think we want to support that sort of flexibility. I think it's a good thing for customers.
Okay, thank you. It's an exciting new oscillator. We're looking forward and hope to see then the final product maybe at Super Booth or later on.
Yes, we'll be at Super Booth, and I think SYNTH too, the new show here in LA.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. See ya.